Coach.
Okay, yeah, tough one tonight. I thought our guys really competed hard and put forth a valiant effort, in spite of a lot of things. I just very proud of them. I thought, although we came up short on the scoreboard behind the opponent, I thought our guys played hard and competed. And Malik Roberson, the offense put up 500 yards, close to that, and 31 points, I believe. And it was a good night. Unfortunately, a couple breaks didn't go our way, and our opponent capitalized on those situations and got ahead of us. But they're a solid team. You got to play really good when you play against a solid team. So let's open it up to questions.
Hey, can you talk a little bit about early in the game? It was real tight. What that they ran the fake punt, how much of an impact that had on the game, and typical Boise State there for you.
I thought we had defended real well, and a player. One of my frustrations was a player I thought couldn't get off the hold that was on him because he was there, he saw it, and he was ready to come off. He just couldn't physically come off, and he would have tackled him, and then it would have been turnover on downs, our ball. So really frustrating from my standpoint as a coach because you got to be able to. I thought we talked about the fake punt, and he was alert and he was there, but he just couldn't come off and make the play.
I mean, how much do you feel like that impacted? I guess
it completely did, because I thought it should have been a stop on downs, turnover on downs, and unfortunately they got the first down, and it really changed the momentum of the game. But we know the fake. I mean that they have that, and we practice it, and we were alert for it. And I thought our guy was ready to come off, make the play, but he couldn't.
Also, they had a really big night running the ball. What were they doing, I guess, from your perspective as a coach that you saw the Boise State?
Well, I think they learned a painful lesson last week, throwing the ball a lot and several turnovers. And I think they got back to saying, hey, we got to run the football to not have a sting like that. And so they did come out with a certain intent to try and run the football, and why not? You got a running back like McNichols and a big offensive line like that. Why not take advantage of it? So they ran the ball pretty effectively. We had some good tackles for losses and zero gains, but all in all, the run game was pretty solid. So it was tough. They put up some good numbers doing so.
What about Potter? Had a really good night. I don't know if he's as far as like coming back from injuries, and it seems like you feel like he's kind of hitting his stride for you guys.
Yeah, it's nice to have him healthy. He had a tough one. He got injured, as some guys did in the early in the season, the Utah game, and that set him back. And although he came and played 2 weeks later, he wasn't all there. And so I think it's just recent weeks that Kenny has looked really solid and really good, and you can see the benefits of it. That's the Kenny Potter that we knew coming in the season, expecting. Unfortunately, we have him for 4 games fully healthy instead of 12 games, and it's tough. But he's a good player. He's a competitor, and competes does a good job leading the football team.
You guys got a week off now before you got 2 more games left. I mean, how do you feel as far as like going into finish up strong?
Yeah, no, very important to finish up strong. Got 1 game in our home stadium, send the seniors off on a high note, and then we also got a game against a rival school, Fresno State. And so there's a lot of football left, a lot of things to play for, and you play these games one game at a time, and the most important game of the year is that particular game. So we'll have a bye, and it comes at a good time. We had 1 healthy running back after the middle of the first quarter. Never in my career have I had 1 healthy running back, and he went the rest of the game. He was a warrior, Malik Roberson, and we saw him at the end run hard and do that. But it's been a challenging year on that perspective of players staying healthy. So Malik competed hard and did a good job.
Who got injured for you tonight?
Zamor Ziegler.
Okay.
and Deontay Cooper got hurt. He couldn't even play coming into the game. So and that's on top of Thomas Tucker, who got hurt during fall camp. So we really were down to 1 running back.
So and what happened to Ziegler? Extended their injury?
Yeah. Zamor, his ribs. So I got to see. I think we got to take some X-rays. I'm not sure if they have a machine in the stadium, but we got to take X-rays and we got to see what that is.
And then Cooper,
Deontay, yeah, it's a personal issue, yeah, but it was very painful, and he couldn't go, yeah.
Okay, he'll be back then. You expect him back?
I hope so. Yeah, I think so. I think he will.
What worked in the passing game tonight? A variety of guys were able to contribute.
Well, I think unfortunately we had one turnover, and we didn't catch the rotation, the way it was disguised. But from then on, we really did, and he saw things better, and was able to see the void. You know, I thought we did a good job, guys making plays, and the offensive line gave a quarterback good time to throw the football. And I thought that's why the passing game clicked pretty effectively.
Was this the best offensive performance of the season, even though it was a loss?
Perhaps, but I thought the game against Portland State was really good too. But this was right up there. Yeah, it was good. It was we moved the ball pretty effectively, but not enough. We had a couple a punt in there, and an interception was probably the difference, or two, maybe a couple punts, and the interception was probably the difference. Yeah.
You know, talk about the fake punt. That was obviously a big play in the game. You guys looked like you had to stop, and kind of a weird spot for them to go for one there, but they were able to execute.
No, I thought we had a guy alert, ready for it, and he just couldn't come off the block and make the play, unfortunately. But it didn't surprise me. They like to do their trick plays, and it's just really unfortunate because he was aware, he saw it, he just couldn't get off the block. Yeah.
What kind of problems were they posing on offense? Obviously, they have a couple of really good backs, and they were able to run the ball pretty effectively.
No, they're a very talented team. They got two really good receivers that are really good players, and the quarterback's very good, accurate, and when they give him time, he can really do some damage. So they're good. And then you throw in the running back, I think is really good. McNichols is a good player, and the offensive line does a pretty solid job. But they had a good balance tonight at their offensive attack.
You look at the stats tonight, it's almost identical to Boise State. Other than that fake punt, what do you think kind of led to that difference with the final score?
Yeah, unfortunately we had the punt, the interception early on. They got a touchdown off that. And see, we've gone 3 games without turning the football over, so that hurt. That was our only turnover in really 4 games, and that's how you win games is win the turnover battle. But we turned it over, and they didn't, you know, and that was probably a big difference. The turnover margin. I would say the fake punt was probably a difference, and you know, now you're talking 14 points, so that's probably a difference. Yeah.
60% of your guys' drives end with points on the board. Is your offense clicking the way you want it to right now?
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, like I said, we coughed the ball up on that first drive, which was tough, but we are moving the ball. We're gelling, I think, as a unit. Part of that is having cohesiveness and offensive line, staying healthy. And although we lost Nate Velichko tonight, I take that back. I thought for the second game in a row we'd have a good offensive line unit, but I think that you know, nevertheless, in spite of, I thought we played pretty good as a unit, and it was good. We clicked, we moved the ball, we got first downs, and put some points on the board.
That's good.
Okay, all right, thanks guys, appreciate it. Okay.
Your thoughts on tonight?
Disappointing. It's just unfortunate that we couldn't come out with a victory.
What happened on the interception?
I just didn't see the guy, honestly. I thought we had the safeties down, and they kind of tricked me with the coverage, and they rolled the guy from the boundary side all the way back to the middle of the field, and I was stuck to the left, and he just was in the right spot at the right time. I didn't see him. It's on me. It was a bad decision.
You guys were very resilient tonight. Could you talk about how you guys kept battling?
Yeah, I'm really proud of my guys for the way they fought and never gave up. That's something I look for in my teammates. I don't want to play with quitters, and none of my guys are quitters. Offense, defense, special teams, no one quit. And I'm not for moral victories, but I was really proud of the way the guys battled.
It looked like you were able to spread things around tonight, maybe more so than last few weeks. Is that accurate? And if it is, what allowed you to spread the ball around, both passing and running?
We knew that to win this game we were going to have to pass the ball well, so we came out throwing the ball, and we were successful with it. So last week we did the same thing in the first half, and we didn't really finish the job in the second half, but we still got out of the victory. This week we passed the ball well, for the most part, but just a couple mistakes here and there, and a couple of bad fortunes that didn't go our way, and that's what we get.
You look at the stat line tonight. So you guys were almost identical at Boise State. What do you think led to there to be a difference with the final score?
Man, they got that punt. That was one of them. The punt for a first down, the fake punt. That was tough. Me throwing an interception on the first throw of the game that put our defense in bad field position. I put that on me. That could have switched around the game. You never know. It was early, but still, I look at myself and put everything on me. If I make a mistake, it's on me. So, and then I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Obviously, we're gonna have to watch the film and see, but just disappointing. And we knew that we could have came out with a victory if we just had a few more chances, but we just didn't get the opportunity.
Talk about Malik's performance. He's only healthy back in the team. What would you like to see from him tonight?
You said Malik, right?
Yeah.
He's awesome. We know we have depth at the running back position. We had Zamora go down. We had Coop not available today, and he stepped up big time and made big plays for us down the stretch. And we kind of had some tough luck. We had our starting left tackle out, Nate Velichko, last minute decision. He actually got sick. Trey Hartley was out, an Achilles injury. We had Maurice McKnight get hurt in the middle of the game. We had Trayvon Bieria get hurt in the middle of the game. It was kind of tough. We had guys step up and do a great job, and they were resilient, but we just kind of caught some tough breaks that we didn't have everybody together, and it's unfortunate.
Almost 500 yards of offense for you guys tonight. Just put points on the board in 6% of your drives. What are you kind of liking from your offense right now?
The balance of being able to pass the ball and run the ball. I think that the O-line's doing a great job protecting me, and everybody's making plays. So the only thing I didn't like was us not finishing the first couple drives that could have been touchdowns that we had field goals instead. And Bryce Crawford did a great job putting the ball through the uprights, but. We got to finish those drives, as we said, going into halftime. Finish. We can't come out with 3 points. It's not enough with how good of an offense they have, and came up short.
All right, good, Kenny.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kenny.
Tonight's game was a tough physical game, but we played Spartan football. I want to thank the O-line for coming out hard and fighting through the whole game. The defense kept fighting through we didn't get the calls that we wanted, but that's just the ebb and flow of the game, and we just going to keep fighting. I'm proud how we kept fighting throughout the game.
Boise State's been a tough opponent for you guys over the years. I thought tonight you guys did a better job of battling and staying in the game. How are you guys able to make some plays and keep the game close and give yourselves a chance?
Just discipline. We played a really disciplined game. We didn't turn the ball over. We fought off the ball. We fired off, and we just played smarter and better each game. So this game was just a result of how we're doing better.
Yeah. Pretty even statistical-wise and stuff. I thought the two big plays that kind of turned the game was the fake punt and the interception on the first drive that led to points for them. How big were those plays in your mind for the way the game ended up?
The game is always going to sway both ways, but as long as we keep our head in the game, we stay engaged, it won't bother us.
Coach mentioned that you're the only healthy running back tonight. Did that give you a little bit of extra fire, knowing that you're the only one that can be put into action?
I always play for my brothers, knowing that they're down and I need to step up. And not step up, step in. So I stepped in and I just played a part that we all play. It's hard Spartan football.
You guys first half scored 4 times, only 1 touchdown though. Was that frustrating at all to have to settle for 3 points?
It was frustrating, but just putting points on the board helps ease the pain. We always want to score, but any points on the board is definitely appreciated.
And you were able to put points on the board 6% of your drives. Is the offense kind of gelling the way you guys want to right now?
It can always be better. Offense can always do better. I think we're getting better and better each game, and I'm pretty proud of how we're playing now.
And so what was it like to help keep your team in the game tonight?
It was really exciting, and it was really a group effort, and so we practiced it every day, every practice. So it was just like another day of practice, and I love those guys, and I trust them fully, so it's just another kick.
What was it like when they called the timeouts at the end, and you had to kick two long ones, and then you had to come back and kick a third one?
It was exciting. I've had a little bit of experience with that in the past with high school and the previous game before it happened, but I trust my guys and I trust that they're going to block every single time and that the hold and snap's going to be perfect. So it was just another kick and I really trust them.
Can you talk about the onside kick in the fourth quarter and kind of how that was set up and what you thought about it?
The onside kick, I believe, was really good. It was a great kick. It was great coverage, and we got there. It was just we couldn't get our hands on the ball, but we really fought for it, and we fought till the bitter end until the ball went out of bounds, and I believe that we had a legitimate chance to get the ball and to win the game.
You're able to keep it close with Boise for almost the entire game. Stat line is almost identical. Can you just talk about your overall thoughts in the game?
I think that
so close?
we played really good in all three phases of the games. We had big stops on defense, and the field goals, I believe, with the whole unit, it helped keep the momentum behind the offense so that they still had confidence that they can drive down the field and put points on the board so we can keep up with Boise State.
6% of your drives resulted in points, and some of those were field goals. Does it feel good to know that you guys are still able to, for the most part, complete drives?
It feels really good, and I hate personally to see the defense come on the field after a field goal or after any drive. So our job is to score on every offensive drive, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. So that's our main goal.
Thanks, Bryce.